Futures trading involves risk and is not suitable for all investors. Content provided in this segment is meant for educational purposes and is not a solicitation to buy or sell commodities.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Tech Talk. I'm Cody. He is Andy. And with Paige in the background, pushing the buttons, pulling the levers, we are the Tech Talk trio. How are you doing today?
You know what, Cody? If I was any better, it'd be you. How about
Hey,
that?
I like to hear that, man.
You know,
Halfway through the summer already.
halfway through the summer already. Can you believe that?
Seemed like it was just February and 10 degrees outside.
Pretty soon, Michigan State football is going to turn on, and
That's right.
You're going to be wanting to get one of those things called chili taco. What are those things called?
Walking tacos.
Walking taco. There you
It's
go.
football season, baby.
Michigan State win the national championship this year.
Dude, we're back. I mean, I'd like to say yes, but
You're
we
back.
better start paying up for some of these players if they want to compete.
You know, you never say never, man.
Never say never.
Never say never.
But to put in those walking tacos, we do need a little bit of some block cheese, which is on our radar today.
Your ability to segue stuff is just phenomenal. I think like you got to be the king of segues. You can't have a walking taco without some shredded cheese. Yeah, CME block. I mean, I think last time, oh, I almost fell. Last time we talked there, we talked about this. We talked about this gap right here. It's unfinished business, but I guess so was this one, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
This has just turned into like just this wild, like, you know, here today, gone tomorrow. Tried to get going, couldn't do it.
What did you used to call it? Like death by 1,000 cuts?
Sure.
It's kind of what this market feels like, right? Everyone was kind of expecting this rally back to the 180, 185 number, and it's just been a slow bleed every single day.
Every day. We're just seeing a little bit extra cheese showing up and just kind of just chiseling away. It's just like, when you look at this, it's back on these lows and it's going to do or die time once again, right?
So today is Tuesday the 15th. Do you feel like by Friday we're going to hit $1.60 bounce off of our lows?
I mean, we got to get through this close. We have to get through this candle right here, right? Like 60 and a quarter. We tried to get through it here. It was a few weeks ago. And as soon as this market dips below 160, it just doesn't like to be there for very long.
Right.
And this was that week that we promptly rallied like, you know, close to 10, 12 cents or something like that. No, it was 10 cents on that Monday, right? Because this one closed at 162. We closed off the low and then popped 10 cents. But here we are back, you know, bumping up against this close, right? This is 162. This is 162 half. I don't know what to make of this. I have a hard time saying that we're going to go back down here until you get a meaningful close through this candle and then open lower after that.
I guess, do you think we're going to open lower than that candle, or do you think we're going to hit $1.60 and bounce again like we have every single time this
I feel like it's the time of the year for us to bounce. I mean, like, you know, we also had that, what was it? Our last export data showed all-time record high month for cheese exports. I mean, it's tough to ignore that. And it just seems like anytime we get down in this area, we get super competitive as an exporter and we start to get a lot more business done.
Mm-hmm.
But again, this market just is not, okay, great. We got those exports, we had a pop and now coming right back down to it. So it's, I don't know. To me, it's like, you got to get through this candle and open lower, and then it could get real dicey. If it does, you got to start thinking about some of this stuff over here. I don't want to think about that just yet, but like this would be kind of the next area of support. Like just call it 140, but you got to get through this candle and then open lower subsequently after that.
Yeah, so, I don't know. Like you said, this time of year, it just doesn't seem like 140s in the cards. But I mean, the market doesn't really care what we think. It's going to do its thing. So,
what does your favorite artist say? Justin Bieber, never say never. You're a Biebs fan. Come on, don't tell me you're not. All right. Anyways, now that we got that out there, it's do or die time. I think we go test this low. It's not that far away. It's like 2.5 cents. Right. But I think you have to get it closed below that and then open lower for us to go test this. Anything less than that, I think you get a bounce off of the support again. All right. Next up, Spot Butter. On a weekly basis. CME. Let's go.
Looks like it's rolling over here.
It's starting. So what I think is interesting about this is that I don't know if I would say it is rolling over, because it's got this nice little channel that it's making right here. And if you just look at the overall trend of that, it is trending higher, right? This channel is moving higher. I know it doesn't feel that way because to me, it's like I look at this market and I just feel like we've just been like, 255 plus or minus like a dime for like forever or something. Not even a dime. But when you look at the overall trend here, this looks like it can continue in this general direction up. If that is true, then I think you are ultimately going to go and, we had this on here for a while, this retracement. 271 is 50%. I think that's entirely possible for this market. In fact, I think I've got this written down right here. I've had this up for a little while now. That's my signature, June 5th, 280 butter.
280 butter.
So on June 5th, I said 280 butter, then I signed it.
Okay.
We will see that sometime this year.
Okay, so sometime this year, not by just
correct
in 2025.
So this was like the timestamp on it was June 5th. I don't have the timestamper anymore, but remember those ones from the office where it was like thump, like
Chunk.
yeah, like those are cool. I love those.
Yeah.
So you had this gap higher, right? So let's just start from the beginning, right? Big downtrend, got out of it, consolidated. That's a sign of strength. Gapped. You start to have I think you can call this a breakaway gap. Breakaway gaps occur at the beginning of a new trend.
Good.
I think that's the case because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks now where that gap has not been tested. So all else equal, that's a sign of strength.
I think what's interesting, this isn't so much technical, but I was on the GDT podcast with Mr. John Spainhauer this morning. We had global dairy trade today, Tuesday morning, and their butter price slipped slightly overseas, but still at $3.40 equivalent to ours. Different butter fat, different salt content. We understand that. But, the fact that we are $1 discount to them right now is massive.
Sure.
And people are going to say, well, we can't export that kind of butter. We can't get it moving. We've seen it. We've seen it happen.
We've talked about the cheese export piece of it, but what about the butter exports? The last butter export report was like, don't quote me on the exact number, but I think it was up year over year, like 130%.
Yeah.
It's a massive number.
It's massive.
So,
even at the top of your trend here, they're 319, 320. That doesn't even touch where their price is overseas.
Right. So to put it in, you said 340?
340 is what we had written down. Yeah, way up top.
That's where they are. We're here. They're there.
All right.
Yeah.
So to your point about a breakaway gap, I can see it now when you put that line at 340. Why it would be there.
When I think about the last 8 weeks of butter trade, it just feels like it's just dragged on. Like, ugh.
Yes.
But that channel itself looks strong. It's trending higher, and it's coming after a breakaway gap after breaking out of this long downtrend.
Yeah.
Those are all signs of strength. 280. Let's go. Sometime this year. Get your butter bought. Put it in the freezer.
Buy it up. It's cheap.
All right. So last, but not certainly not least, this was our one request. He wanted to be called Taco. We were just talking about walking tacos. So Taco, thanks for calling in. Taco wants to talk about copper.
Have we ever looked at copper?
I don't think we have.
I don't think so. This is a first.
Because there's a first for everything. It's great.
Wow.
We love requests, and we certainly love them when they're first. But we'll take all requests.
Flag?
It sure feels like it.
As soon as you pulled it up, I was like, my goodness, if that's not a bull flag, one that would be right out of a textbook, I don't know what is.
So that's
right,
so
winding itself up. You got probably a few more days. This is a daily of copper. A few more days to kind of wind that flag up and then take off to the high side, it looks like.
So what sticks out to me, a few things stick out to me about this bad boy. Let's just do this real fast too. Yep. Look at what price it's bouncing off of right there. How interesting is that? Don't tell me that technical, that's not a coincidence. Come on.
Right, exactly.
Obviously, this big green candle is just like, God, that's just a monster candle. But what's interesting about it is that it's maintaining that, right? You have 1, 2, this is a daily, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a full week's worth of trade, basically, where after making this monster run in a single day, the market has not been able to retrace any significant amount of that price action. And then to your point, it's starting to build this flag, and it's also finding a ton of support at was once a clear area of what I'd call very sharp resistance. Look at this.
Right.
As soon as you bounced off this price, I don't know how to quote copper. I really don't. But 545 down to 4.5, even lower, 4.25. That's just a monster move. That just seems like a big, 25% of the contract just right there from that high.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that price is a huge price. And the fact that the market blows through it and then is able to maintain over it after what it did last time You said it several times before. What was once resistance is now support.
So now support. And this is just kind of proving it to that point.
Mm-hmm. It's tough. These are the types of trades where it's like, it's so hard because you have this big move. You're probably looking at it like, man, I'd love to own this. But you're not getting like the pullback that you probably want to try to do that. But that unto itself is rationale to actually go own it. So yeah, that would be my thought, is this support's holding here. Eventually what's going to happen is you're going to break through this triangle and probably go test this close, which is 568 double. For those of you out there that don't know what double means, double nickel, 55.
55. I mean, you can Google bull flag pattern, and I feel like that would be one that would be directly implemented in the textbook right there.
Yeah, this is... Certainly don't want to be a seller of this until you get at the very, if you were looking for a reason to sell it, the only thing I could say is that you need to close below this number and then an open lower subsequently after that. But so far you have 1, 2, 3 bounces off of what was once clear resistance. It's cute. It's such a great sign of strength there.
Okay.
And look at this.
Copper's a buck.
You have some of the other, like the momentum has maintained right here. The ADX, we talked about that before. This is telling you that this current trend, which in this case is higher, is very strong. That's what that's telling you.
Wow. Secondary indicators are really, really helping.
They're rocking.
Yeah.
At the very least, I wouldn't want to be trying to pick a top on this bad boy, trying to sell it.
Well, I guess if our good friend Taco is looking to get long copper, now is probably the time.
And get himself maybe a Frito pie. That's what they're called.
Frito pies. Yep.
Frito pie. You call them a walking taco. I think Taco does call them Frito pies.
Frito pies.
I mean, it's kind of hot right now, so I don't know if I'd want a Frito pie right now.
No.
Right now.
It's a little too warm for that, my friend. But in the next couple months, when football season gets here, we're right around the corner. September, October, it's going to start chilling.
All right.
Awesome. All right, everybody. We appreciate you tuning in to this episode of Tech Talk. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you would like to see any charts next week, please let Andy, myself, or the Insights team know. If you have not already done so, please hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment. We want to know who's watching out there and want to know what you guys want to see. But with that, we appreciate you tuning in. Until next week, have a great rest of the week. Even better weekend. It's going to be beautiful outside. Get outside, enjoy the summer. We'll see you next time.
I'm going to put on my to-do list, eat walking taco.
Dude, I now that we've talked about that, I really want a walking taco. I am hungry.